And our director of intellectual traditions is Mark McLeod. So they're all waving at you if you can see us in our small Zoom boxes. They're going to.
Dr. Meyer, if you don't mind, I forgot to start recording. I don't know if any of you saw the little sign, so that's why we're doing that for students who couldn't come. So sorry about that. I hope it didn't confuse you.
No problem. So these associate directors and your program coordinator will all say a few words to you in a little bit. But before we get started, I want to take a moment just to note that you're starting at Seattle University after a difficult 3 years. And for all of you, at least some of your high school experience was disrupted by transitions from in-person learning to online learning and back again. And I hope that the last 2 years, the last year or two, have maybe afforded you a little bit of in-person class time, as it did us at Seattle University. One of the key strengths of the honors program is its small class sizes and its seminar style format, which provides the kind of active learning and engagement that was really hard to replicate on screen during the pandemic. And I hope that as you enter the really vibrant space that is our honors learning community, that you can benefit from this key feature and really take charge of your own learning by engaging with your faculty and your classmates. So one key feature of honors is that we really want to hear from students. We encourage you to talk, to ask questions, to share with us things that you're passionate about. And we're going to do a little bit of that today, both in our breakout rooms, but also, again, using the chat feature just now. So to get started, I want to ask you what excites you about being part of the honors program. So just jot a word or two down in the chat, something that you are able to think about from your knowledge of the program when you applied. What excites you about being part of this program? Yes, community, small classes, learning about literature. I love that one. Classes, the capstone. Yes, we're going to talk about that. Writing, classes across different disciplines, community, engaging class format, a kind of different version of core, oral exams, public speaking, oral exams. Yep. Awesome. This is such a wonderful list. I love to see this. Thank you so much for these great answers. One of the things that I want to use my time today to share is to share with you what I see is the who, what, and the why of our honors program. And the answers that you've just given in the chat here anticipate so much of what I want to tell you about the who, what, and why of honors. And it just shows that we're a very good fit for you. And I hope that that's something that will be realized for you starting in September. So I want to start with the who. Who is part of University Honors? And to answer that question for you means I have to tell you what I love about teaching in this program. And it's the students and working with my fellow faculty. So the answer to the question of who is in honors is for me defined by this vital characteristic. And this characteristic is curiosity. Honors students are intellectually curious learners. But honor students are also many other things. They're thoughtful, they're creative, they're inclusive, they're invested in learning, not just for a grade, but to make change in the world. They want to be challenged to apply their knowledge beyond the classroom, to be encouraged to take risks as they learn. And I actually have like a full 2 pages of descriptions, but I probably don't need to tell you who you are, so I won't read them all to you. The other key piece of the who of honors is your faculty. And one of the best things about the honors program is that you'll have fantastic faculty, really great teachers who are committed to your intellectual growth, but also to getting to know you as full human beings. And your faculty will challenge you, they'll help you grow as writers, as public speakers, as people who can have rich and fulfilling conversations, who learn to research issues that they're passionate about. And your faculty are also curious. They're also curious learners who really value the rewards of working closely with their colleagues, to offer an interdisciplinary quarter-long experience in the cohort format of honors. So that's a little bit about the who. I want to talk about the what. The honors program is a specially designed curriculum, meaning it's a carefully planned set of courses from a variety of disciplines on a range of subjects. And this liberal arts curriculum is meant to serve as intellectually curious learners from the starting point that we need to understand the past to confront the problems of the present. But as your comments in the chat note, honors is not just a curriculum. It's a curriculum plus a community. By joining honors, you're joining multiple overlapping communities. You're joining Seattle University, you're joining the honors program as a whole, and it's comprised of our 3 tracks, students in their first, second, and third years. And then you're joining a community of your individual track cohort. And those are a group of learners who are going to share the same specific and enriching learning experiences alongside you. So the why of University Honors is probably the most important. We're facing a world filled with racial, gender, and economic injustice, threats of climate change and environmental destruction, and the unpredictable consequences of rapid technological change, to name just a few pressing issues. And the honors curriculum is built around the idea that understanding the historical development of ideas, of stories, of social and political structures help us understand and contend with these challenges. So as you study the pasts or the many pasts in your classes, your faculty are going to seek to understand along with you our present condition and our present issues. And you'll learn in the honors program how to participate in these conversations and how to contribute to solutions. And crucially, you will do so within community, which is the only way that we can find a hopeful vision forward, by working together and learning from each other. And for me, this is the big why of our program, why University Honors is such a wonderful program and why it's important. So this focus of our honors program has to be understood in the context of Seattle University, which is a Jesuit institution, is driven by 2 important major beliefs. We have a commitment to promoting social justice. Our education has to matter to the world. And our education is holistic. Faculty and staff see you as whole human beings who are seeking to grow intellectually and personally. To that end, your associate directors will be a crucial part of your community in honors. They are sort of the first people who see you in all of your whole humanness as you are learning at Seattle University. They will be your trusted advisors and will meet with you every quarter to talk about your curriculum and your course of study. So please, please go see them. They are excited to encounter you anytime you come to their office, anytime you send them an email. They're delighted to get to chat with you about your courses, about anything related to honors. And so our associate directors are going to say a few words now, and then you'll also get to meet with them in a breakout room with your track. So if I can ask our ADs to introduce themselves, say a few words, now would be a great time for that to happen. Anyone want to go first? Vinod? Awesome.
Hi, everyone. It's great to see you all. My name is Vinod Acharya, and I'm the Associate Director for the Innovations track. I'm originally from India. I grew up there. I have a bachelor's degree in engineering. So a lot of you in the Innovations track are, I think, science majors or biology and computer science and so on, nursing. So yeah, so it's a great excitement for me to meet and guide students who have a background in the sciences, but are also part of the program, part of the honors program, to enjoy the holistic education that the program provides. I've taught at Seattle U for 12 years, and I've taught in the honors program for about 5 years, I think. and this is going to be my third year in the fall as the associate director. As Dr. Meyer said, my main job for the innovation students is to meet with you folks every quarter, chat with you about how things are going, where I might come in to address issues or work out scheduling issues that if they arise and so on, but also just be a listening ear in case you are excited to speak to someone about your classes or want to bring up issues that need to be addressed. We'll of course have in the breakout room more opportunity to chat, especially with innovation students, but I'm excited to get to know you all in person in the months to follow. Thank you.
Shall I jump in next?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mark McLeod. I'm the incoming Associate Director of the Intellectual Traditions track. I'm an Associate Professor of History. My research focuses primarily on issues of race and gender and national identity in pre-revolutionary Cuba. And so I'm an associate professor of history, but I also am affiliated with a number of other programs on campus in addition to university honors, including Latin American and Latinx studies, African and African American studies, international studies, and environmental studies. Let's see what else. I'm originally from Shelton, Connecticut, which is about an hour outside of New York City. And apparently I've developed some sort of a New York, New England blended accent. So when we meet for advising and we talk about what courses you'll have to take next quarter, you'll know where the pronunciation of quarter is coming from. But I do really look forward to meeting all of you in person. It's great to see you virtually, but in person. And as so many of you noted in the chat, and as Dr. Meyer mentioned, what is really so special about the University Honors Program is the sense of community. And so I really look forward to not only seeing you in the classroom, and I teach a course, Human Rights in the Modern World, with a focus on Latin America and the Caribbean, not only for the Intellectual Traditions track, but I've also recently been teaching it for SPC as well. So hopefully I'll see many of you in the classroom, but I really look forward to seeing you outside of the classroom for co-curricular events and for advising and anything else. So my door is open. I will respond to emails as soon as possible. If you have any questions, if I could be any assistance to you, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. And that could be before you arrive on campus in September. So thank you.
I guess I'll go last. My name is Dean Peterson. I'm not a dean, just a guy named Dean. I'm an economist. I'll be working with SPC students in the second year of their track, kind of a historically based microeconomics class, although I'm sure probably a lot of you have had some micro. I'm stepping down. If I tear up, you'll understand. But I did want to come and welcome you. It's such a great program. Students go on to do so many great things after it. I've just enjoyed every day being in honors for a good long time. My accent would be Chicago-based, I believe. The Bears, how about that? But I've fully acclimated to having hiking and kayaking year-round. Coffee, of course, is required. Yeah, so hopefully we'll get out on the water when you're here. So welcome.
So I want to thank you all so much for introducing yourselves. And I just want to say a quick word here about how wonderful the colleagues, my colleagues are who are your faculty and your directors in this program. They are incredibly committed to student success. So I hope that you will rely on them as a strong resource. I want to turn to our program coordinator, Thorne Clayton Falls. Thorne has been working for the program in this program coordinator role for many years, and he knows the program very, very well. So he will play a crucial role in helping you navigate any challenges ahead. So don't hesitate to get to know him and to ask for his help. And he's going to introduce himself to you and tell you a little bit about registration this summer, which will be to help place you into your fall quarter classes. So I'll turn things over to Thorn now.
Hi, everybody. I think you all have seen in your information about summer orientation that you're going to be registering for classes for fall quarter. Your honors courses will already be added to your schedule, so you will not have to add those to your schedule. The only classes you will have to add are your non-honors courses. And I think Dr. Bouillon has a slide that we can pull up. In the meantime, I can tell you that you'll be getting some emails from me about Honors Council. We'll need some of you to be reps for your cohort for Honors Council. I'll be sending you messages out for that. When there's a plenary event, which is when you get together with your cohort and maybe another cohort or all of them, and you go see a play or you go to a museum, I'm the person who will be arranging those tickets for you. So you'll get information about me from that. You'll also get information about scholarships that open up at certain periods of time. So what you see here is the three different tracks of honors: intellectual traditions, innovations, and society, policy, and citizenship. You'll notice that 2 of them have 3 courses for fall quarter, and 1 has only 2 courses. The track that has 2 courses is the 3-year track. So they're in the program for a total of 3 years. The other 2, you complete honors at the end of your 2nd year. So you take more classes each quarter, but you finish the program sooner. One thing you'll notice is if you look across, the top course in each track is Origins of Philosophy. That doesn't mean you can take any one of those courses, because you do take it with your cohort. So you'll be assigned to that one. You might see it and go, oh, though there's another one that's at a different time. I would rather take it at that time. Don't do that. You need to take your course with your cohort, and as time goes by, you'll find out why that's so important. At the end of the quarter, you'll be asked to do a self-evaluation, and you will also get an evaluation, written evaluation from all of your professors, which is something that students in the rest of the university do not get. So this is actual written feedback that will be provided to you about how you did that quarter, how to do better in the next quarter. You want to be sure to take a look at that. One thing that I can tell you is that I have had students come to me and say, I don't know about honors. The students who have stayed in the program and seen it all the way through, I have never had one of them come back to me and say, I wish I had dropped honors. I have had students who have dropped honors come back to me and say, I wish I had stayed in the program. So, you know, if you run into an issue, come to us early. We'll work with you. We will help you out. But it is really, truly, and honestly one of the best ways to get your non-major requirements done at SU.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much, Thorn. We're about to move into some breakout rooms with our various tracks. But before we do that, I want to say just a couple words about the cohort format and call attention to a few things that are going to be happening before you start classes in the fall. So that this cohort means that One of the great things about honors is that the students that you're seeing today are going to be your friends and your companions, your colleagues, not only during the next 2 or 3 years, but for many of you for the rest of your life. They will grow intellectually and personally along with you. And this cohort model that's so unique to honors really allows you to create deep bonds with your classmates. You'll be taking classes together, studying together, preparing for oral exams together, and you'll get a chance to know honor students beyond your individual track cohort through a number of program-wide activities and events. And you'll also get to know honor students who are in their second, their third, even their fourth year at SU through our mentor program. And this program, it groups a few first-year students with one honor student mentor. And that mentor will reach out to you early in the first quarter and become another resource for you. You'll get a chance to learn more about your mentors and the program as a whole at our second orientation session, and this is a date you should write down. This is a Meet Your Mentors event, and it's on August 10th from 4 to 5 p.m. You'll see me again at that Zoom event and some of your ADs, but it's primarily a chance for you to meet a few of the program mentors and get started making those connections and having a chance to ask them questions. An email is going to go out to you next week, probably on Monday, with that upcoming session information and Zoom link. So you'll get that information next week, and then later in the summer, you can expect some communications about honors orientation, which is an opportunity that comes a day or two before classes start. And that's for you to meet each other again and us in person, and for us to cover additional details about the program right before you start classes. So those are the things that are coming up. We'll have another chance to see each other on Zoom in August, and I really look forward to that. Before moving to break